Hey everybody, Jay Super Awesome here. I'd like to welcome you all to week number 52 of the HORRORman's SlashBack Saturday Challenge. This week's slasher movie theme is SlashBack Slashers, and I will be giving my review for Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. Okay, so getting into the plot for this one. Nightmares in a Damaged Brain depicts the slow mental burn down of a escaped psychopath as he hacks his way through New York's 42nd Street, horny teenagers, and random suburban housewives. But there's more to his rampage than meets the eye, as the shocking final twist reveals. Okay, so getting into my thoughts for this one. With this week's SlashBack Challenge theme of SlashBack Slashers, we were simply challenged to watch and review a slasher movie that has already been reviewed for the SlashBack Saturday Challenge. So with me reviewing Nightmares in a Damaged Brain, you are getting a triple slashing because it has already been reviewed 2 other times before for the SlashBack Saturday Challenge. Nightmares in a Damaged Brain was reviewed for Week 4's Video Nasties Challenge by Jason Myers. He no longer creates content for YouTube. He still does have a few of his videos up, so I will leave a link in the description box below to his review for Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. It was because of his review I chose to watch this movie for the first time, so after seeing his review, I watched the movie that very night, so I thought that was really cool. He was a super awesome dude, and I really enjoyed talking to him about slasher movies. And speaking of that, I've started to notice that my replies and comments are starting to be erased from YouTube. I'm not really for sure why this is happening, but I do find it to be pretty strange. Nightmares in a Damaged Brain was also reviewed for Week 45's Maniacal Mass Slashers Challenge by Sharon Blu Digital, another super awesome dude who I enjoy talking to. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below to his review as well. And it's because of these 2 super awesome reviews I chose to watch and review Nightmares in a Damaged Brain for the SlashBack Slasher Challenge. So I wanted to dedicate this video to Jason Myers, who I'm not really sure will ever see this video, but regardless, I wanted to dedicate it to him anyway. And also to Sharon Blu Digital, to Joe the Horror Man for creating the SlashBack Saturday Challenge, and just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has watched and enjoyed my slasher movie reviews. I really appreciate all the support, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Nightmares in a Damaged Brain is a very interesting slasher movie. It doesn't follow your typical slasher movie formula where it's teens partying, having fun, and getting picked off one by one. This is more from the perspective of the killer. We don't spend 100% of the movie with him, but we do spend a lot of time with the killer. We basically get to see his descent into madness. He had a very troubled childhood. He witnessed his father in a violent sexual act, and this more or less confused him, and ultimately he reacted violently, and the results was very gruesome. So over the years, he becomes the subject to a lot of psychological testing. He has been diagnosed with schizophrenia. He has horrific nightmares about his past. And because of so many years of researching and testing, the doctor decides to use a new drug and begins to see positive results. And it's because of these positive results, the doctor decides to set him free back out into society. And of course, this is a horrible idea. Almost immediately after his release, he begins to seek a sexual release, and this will lead to a extremely violent death scene. And soon after that, the story will progress, and we will learn more and more about the killer, and we begin to learn his true motivations. So I'm going to leave it at that with my description of the plot. I don't want to give too much away. This is a very interesting slasher movie, and I really enjoyed it. And it's definitely one that I'm going to be able to recommend. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the cast of characters we have in Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. So the killer is this storyline's main character. This is his story. But some of the other main characters that we have is a mother of 3, and she gets my vote as one of the worst on-screen mothers that I have ever seen. But to her credit, she does have a mischievous young boy that goes by the name of CJ. He is a really awesome character in this movie storyline. He likes to play pranks on his mother, and his babysitter absolutely hates him. His siblings don't really play a huge part in this movie storyline, so CJ is definitely a standout character. Some other characters that we have is the boyfriend character. He kind of comes off as being a little bit selfish, but overall he does accept the mom for her situation with the 3 kids, and he seems to be a pretty decent dude. Some other characters that we have are the doctors who have been studying the killer. We have some throwaway characters that basically add to the body count. Overall, I enjoyed the acting. I wouldn't say it's award-winning or anything, but I did enjoy the acting, and I definitely did enjoy these characters. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the most important part of a slasher movie, that is the killer and the kills. And I have already given a lot of details about the killer, but I absolutely love the killer in this movie. The actor did a fantastic job. He basically looks like your average dude, but unfortunately for him, well, fortunately for us, unfortunately for him, he is slowly descending into madness, and I absolutely enjoyed watching every moment of it, especially with the ending sequence when the killer does become a maniacal masked killer. And I have to agree with Sean Blu Digital. The killer's mask definitely looks like a Sid Haig mask. It's really cool looking, and it's really creepy looking. Even when the killer wasn't wearing a mask, he was showing a lot of emotions. He seemed to be a character that suffered from a lot of sexual repression. So overall, just a lot of emotion from the actor, and he did a fantastic job. I have to say that this killer is cold-hearted and relentless. As far as the kills go within this movie, this was a part of the video nasties, so it has plenty of sleaze, and we are treated to quite a few violent and gory death scenes. And one of these death scenes that sticks out for me is a simple throat slashing that is very graphic. And as the woman is bleeding out on the floor, the killer gets on top of her and continues to press his knife in and out of her body as he seems to be getting pleasure from it. It's a really graphic scene, and there's plenty of blood and gore throughout this movie. I wouldn't consider it to be a high body count, but all the death scenes are pretty violent. I was so glad that I had watched Jason Meyer's review of Nightmares in a Damaged Brain all those months ago. Like I had said before, it was the reason why I decided to watch this movie. And then just a few weeks back, Sean Blu Digital watched and reviewed this one again, and it just made me want to watch this movie again. So this was the perfect movie for me to watch and review for this week's challenge. I would like to thank Joe the Horror Man for creating the SlashBack Saturday challenge, and I'd like to thank everybody who has watched and enjoyed my reviews. I really appreciate all the support. I'm going to give Nightmares in a Damaged Brain a 7.5 out of 10. I really recommend it. Please like and subscribe below. Let me know if you have seen Nightmares in a Damaged Brain, or just let me know what you think about my review. And I would like to thank you all for watching.